Morning, Diego, or afternoon, should we say?
Yeah,
Good afternoon. Yes. Good afternoon. Looking forward to this live stream Monday as well.
Yeah, lovely. Monday, bit of a boring Monday I've had today.
Yeah, you can say that. I mixed a trade on Euro, but I don't really trade London. Nice little long. Apart from that, big week this week though, isn't it? CPR.
Yeah, CPI and employment as well, end of the week.
Beautiful. Should be fun.
Now, we are joined by a special guest today, aren't we? Welcome, Jeremy.
yeah. Good morning, Check, and good morning, Diego.
How are you?
Good
Yeah,
morning.
I'm doing fine. I'm good as well.
Yeah, good. Are you trading at the moment?
Currently on a short position on
Are you?
USDJP1.
Are you? Do you know, I wonder why you were so distracted. So, Jeremy, we were on this chat just a little bit before, and Jeremy, I was like, Jeremy, what's going on?
Yeah,
you're in short, are you?
Yeah, I'm fine then. Thank you
Yeah.
for asking.
Good. What are you in short at the moment?
Is it dollar? Yeah.
The dollar yen,
You want
USDJP1.
to show us? Why don't you jump on the chart? You can show us what you're doing. That's what you're here for, basically. You're here to basically show the CTI traders what you do so well.
Yeah.
Okay. How can I get to share my screen?
You've got a little button at the bottom.
This is
A
actually a
little
new
button at the bottom
platform.
that says present, and then just click
Okay.
present and then click share screen, and it'll open up. Just make sure you don't have anything dodgy on the screen, just in case.
No, I don't
You
have anything dodgy.
You're gonna inspire a lot of traders that want to be in your shoes. You know, a funded trader with CTI, profitable trader. So it should be great to see your analysis as well.
So sorry, hold on. Let me first open the trading view.
That's right. You jump on. Now, those of you in the comments, obviously, we've got Jeremy on here so that you guys can hopefully pick up some knowledge. You know, you're probably sick of listening to me and Diego blabber on about charts and various things. So hopefully, with Jeremy here, it'll give you a different perspective. Now, Jeremy's doing really, really big things. He's got massive following on social media, really big on Twitter. Jeremy, we'll have to put your Twitter handle in the comments as well, so people can follow you off the back of this. But you're funded now. You've just got funded quite recently. So you've been funded with other companies, but you've just recently got funded with CTI, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's actually true. And now, is my screen actually showing?
It is now, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. There we got it.
It is, right?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Wide
Yeah,
screen, beautiful.
very wide screen. How big's your screen?
Yeah. So, I'm on the 34 inch screen. I use a
Wow.
monitor right here. So
Yeah,
this is where my webcam is, and this is where. So I actually entered off this particular place. I don't know. Can I start talking?
Yeah, of course. You're already talking. We're live, remember? So you're already talking.
So okay. So I entered a short at this particular place. Looking now,
Nice.
I first of all knew that okay, price was definitely going to sell from here. We see price hit these three places. They call it more or less breaker and retest. Other
Yeah.
people call it breaker block, but whatever it is just me trading the break and retest of structure. And so I'm currently at this particular point. I entered this entry around 435, and I'm targeting somewhere here. I'm targeting the break of this place, actually. Targeting the break of this place to be precise, of which you asked me the last time that I was distracted. The reason for the distraction was because I didn't want, because here looks like a solid zone where price might get to retrace from.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand. Two things are definitely involved here. Either price goes back to this place,
Yeah.
or we see price break down to this place and hit my take profit.
Yeah, fair.
So
you
what I
you
actually
break
wanted
even
to do
at this point
was
now then?
secure. Now it's you said what?
Are you break even at this point now then?
So no, I haven't gotten an opportunity to break even. I'm currently on
No.
a space with you guys, but whatever happen, I'm willing to accept the risk, and so I don't want to get distracted because breaking even, I'll have to like start imputing everything on my
Yeah.
screen, and I have several across several accounts too as well. So if I
Okay.
was to get break even into this particular trade, I'll be breaking even from here. Then
Are you
let's say
currently
I
in this trade
make
then? Are
I
are
make
you
my
around
new
2.5, 3 RR, or what's your
yeah,
current risk?
I'm actually at Actually at the actual rate reward is 6.38, but I'm actually at 3 point, let's say around
Right.
3.75.
Nice.
Good work.
So
Nice way to start on
if I'm to
Monday,
break
hey?
even if I'm to break now, if I'm to break even this trade, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to adjust my stop loss to I'm going to adjust my take profit to wherever the current market price is,
Yeah.
wherever the current market price is, and get to target a 3RR from it as well. Now, for your example, I've gotten that, okay, fine. This is where my stop loss is going to be. If I'm to break even, I'm definitely going to set my stop loss target now to this
Yeah.
zone, and I'll be hitting take profit at here. That way, I don't get to give away back all this profit. So if I'm to log in the whole details right here, I'm definitely going to do it on my phone, because I think majority of all this program has this rules about logging into different devices. I only have this device set aside for
Yeah.
just prop firm.
Okay.
So I just set it and I put my take profits around 340, which is
Yeah.
currently what I'm doing. 340, 148.34 rather. My take profit still remains the same, because I do not, try to, I'm not greedy. I don't try to, extend, I'm not targeting the sky. I'm targeting just the little I can make, and I'm good to go. So right now, I've been able to ration my risk. Now I have to risk only 10 pips of my gains to target what, a 2.15. Now as it is like this, now I'm probably currently risk free, and I'll be rest assured as long as this space goes on.
Nice. Nice. So where did you learn your strategy from then? Where's it from? What's it founded on? Did you
uh
follow a particular
well
mentor or
when I first of all started, I started alone. Now, in the sense that I wouldn't advise anyone starting the way I started now, because I started when I started during COVID, and COVID was like, I think 4 years ago, and I actually achieved profitability. I think around sometime last year or last 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
okay? And where
So
did you learn your
I wouldn't advise anyone going through the route I get to go, or something of that nature.
you wouldn't advise.
I wouldn't advise anyone going the way I went. I would advise, if anyone wanting to get this thing. When I started, I had how would I put it? I kept studying everything. I kept studying everything. I was jumping from one strategy to another. From
Yeah.
one place to another, until I realized that more. Until I realized that it seems like it's more than just strategy, and that's when I started learning about psychology, and I started focusing on making just having a win rate of 40%.
Yeah.
That's pretty decent. So, what what was your biggest lessons that you took from that tough period in COVID that maybe some of the viewers might appreciate? Any lessons that you took from it, or something
Um,
that you learned?
well, the biggest lesson was actually, if not for COVID, I probably wouldn't have got to find out about what they call forex trading. I wouldn't have, gotten to know what they call about forex trading, because then I think when I was checking my distance, I just went online and I checked on, because I was sorry, I think I was in my year two in in the university, and so students being broke and the rest, and I was like, okay, fine. I checked how to make money online, and the first thing I saw was forex trading, and started reading about the books on forex trading. Joined a lot of, then there was, I think then there was no such thing as prop firm. There was little or no academy. It was just some special academies and the rest. You get it?
Yeah. So that was back in COVID times, was it?
Yeah, that was during COVID time. Low key. Actually, I should definitely be among one of the people that is grateful for COVID. So we currently see price breaking out of this zone, but we can't really conclude if it's a breakout or a fake out. So we see that I've definitely secured this part, and now we have this new. Now, on a normal day, if I was to add up another position, can you hear me? If I was
Yeah.
to add up another position to my current trade, I would enter at this particular place, then move my stop loss, and then enter it at this stop loss. Then this original one, which is this first one, I will move the stop loss down to this place. That way, I get to make profit from year to year and profit from year to year as well, without being scared or anything. Now, what happens when price comes back? What happens when price comes back to hit? Let's say when price comes back to hit stop loss at this place. Now I only lose this one here. Then I only lose. Then the profit from year to year is somehow enough to cover for this loss from here. So that way I would not. That way I end up not making anything from the trade.
Yeah, so you end up being break even, but if it wins, you win kind of almost
Exactly.
double. But if you lose, you basically just set a break even now, aren't you?
That's exactly the point. So I'm currently at this place. So this is what I look for, and which means that okay, we still have price wanting to move away from this point to we still have like about 16 pips to go.
Yeah.
To hit my take profit. And we have either let's say 16 pips to hit my stop loss from here. So it's more or less a 1:1, and this is actually where I'm originally targeting. Just I believe a place that price might just touch and get to go back up and the rest. Now we see price. That's definitely one thing about USD JPY. Just relax, and because okay fine, it's just going to be one of the losses and we don't take this one to heart and US. So I trade this particular pair in line with this guy right here.
Yeah, the basket.
With JPY basket.
Yeah.
Now we see that okay. So what actually happens is the reason for that bullish movement is because of this sell coming up right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see. So if this is buying, we get to see USD JPY selling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're using it as correlation, isn't it?
Yes, I use it as a correlation. So if I was to confirm, so I would believe that the major reason why this is selling is probably, if I'm to analyze this pair, I would be starting from somewhere year to year. Then we see okay, price goes from here to this down place, which is from year to year.
Nice.
Then once we move here, we see price goes from year to year again as well. So this is actually what made me enter. And the rest. So we see price moving from year to year. So let me take this to the 15 minutes time frame. I'm not supposed to reach 5 minutes is actually my entry. So this is how it looks like on the 15-minute entry, the 15 minutes time frame rather. And this is more or less like a zone where I believe price is coming out to break out from. Now we see that price. So there's a break here. There's a price touched here and went to the upside. Price came down, broke to this place, tapped on this place again and went down. Now we've seen that price has broken out of this place, of which I entered. If you check the time around this place on my own time zone, this is around 12:30, which was when the breakout occurred, 12:30. And if you come down to this place, that is my own time zone. I don't know about whichever time zone you're watching. I mean the time zone set on my MT5. And if you come there, you see that here again is 12:30, which is where I entered the breakout, which is this second red candle here.
Yeah.
Nice, I love it. Jeremy, with your with your current trading, you definitely know what you're talking about. With you see with the prop firms, at what point did you start becoming consistently profitable and get funded? Like, what was your turning point? What changed from learning, struggling to actually becoming consistent? What sort of advice can you give traders? Because obviously there's a turning point for everyone.
Okay, first of all, prop firms gives you an opportunity to live funds and live capital. Now, so the actual thing is, a lot of people need to realize that whole figure prop firm gives you is not your money. You only have a particular amount of money you are supposed to work with. Now, if a prop firm gives you 10%, for example, if a prop firm gives you okay 10% overall drawdown, what it simply means is that okay, you have, let's say on an 100K account, what it simply means is that you have like about $10,000 to play with. You have about $10,000 to play with. You just need $10,000 to make how much? 18, just to turn that $10,000 to $18,000. Now, so then the way you do it is, now if you have to risk, if you have to, risk using your normal capital, you know that you won't just go into trading the whole $10,000. You won't just go into trading the whole $10,000. There has to be like a particular breakdown and stuffs you have to do. You don't just go into just trading it like that. I don't know if you get me.
Yeah, we get you. So what would you say your turning point though? So in terms of your education, and so obviously getting that confidence to go and complete a prop firm and knowing that you're going to complete it. And thank you for sharing the charts. We'll jump off so we can see you a little bit better now. In terms of being able to complete a prop firm challenge. So we're just back on screen now. In terms of completing the prop firm challenge, for you, what was the turning point? What was there a particular moment in your career? Was there a particular moment in your trading experience or your education that told you, do you know what, I'm ready to go for a prop firm now?
If there was a point in time whereby I felt like I was ready to go for a prop firm or something like that, is that what you said?
Yeah. So is there a particular moment?
Well, actually, I actually have. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, though. But I actually have like a very. I don't use the word poor win rate because I don't want to downplay myself. But I have about 40% win rate, which to an extent is good. Now, 40% win rate, and targeting 3 to 4 RR.
That's really good. That's really good.
Yeah, it's good.
Now, so we come online, we are always seeing people having 90% win rate, 80% win rate, and at first I focused on getting to make that amount of win rate, and just of which I guess I was just deceiving myself or I was just playing around, because till today I don't think there's such a thing like that. Now, so what I actually did was like, okay, I had to like diversify and started working on this my current win rate. Now I then started focusing on making profits using that same 30% win rate and 40% win rate. Sorry. Now what I had to do was okay, fine. If I was to take 100 trades, now there's every possibility that I would end up losing about 60% of it. 60 trades, I lose what? 40. So what I ended up doing was that okay, fine. The prop firm gives us they give us 10%. They give us 10% drawdown. Now I then divided my 10% over. I divided my 10% over divided by 40.
Yeah.
Now that way I have about. So let's say in an 100K account, for example, please can I use a calculator?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay. So we actually have.
Basically, what you're saying is if you've got a win rate of 60%,
so we actually have like a 10%. We have a 10%, which is what the prop firm gives to us. Now I have to like divide it into 40. Yeah. That means I want to have 40 chance at trading that particular account.
Yeah.
That way, if at all I lose, I can't lose up to. There's I don't know. There's possibly no way I get to lose the first trade, the second trade, third trade, down to the 40th trade. Yeah. I don't know if you get my point. So now when I did,
you're looking at basically you're looking at 40 losses effectively. So you're setting your risk around those 40 losses on the basis
exactly. So
60 trades.
If I lose the whole 40, I've lost 10% of my profit.
Yeah. So you're then trading kind of 0.25 then, aren't you, per trade?
Exactly. Now 0.25 per trade. Now then that means inside that 40, I just want to win about 16 trades inside the whole 40. If I get to win 16, I'm good. If peradventure maybe I get to up my win rate, maybe I end up winning 20%, that's more money for me. But I'm looking forward to making 60% and just 40%. Now I get to, so sometimes my like I showed you now, sometimes I end up in break even. Sometimes instead of making 3 RR, I end up making 5 RR. Sometimes I end up making 6 RR. On a bad day, I end up making 2 RR. But whichever way, my losses has already been streamlined down. So if I'm now risking, let's say 0.25% now, then let's say I take a trade with 0.25%, and I target, let's say I target, let's use 3 RR, which is like the average one I use. Then maybe deciding to add additionally, deciding to add another trade to entry. Then that way I end up getting about 4 RR or not. So then let's say, okay, 0.25 times 3, which is if I hit take profits, I'm going to make 0.75%. Then if I times it by 16 trades, then if I decide to do the whole calculation, 0.25 times 24.
So basically, you've worked out your losses, you've worked out your profits, and what you need to do so that you can manage your account properly, effectively. So I suppose the numbers are very specific to you. The numbers themselves are, they'll be different from each trader, but working out, what your losses are going to be, what your run rate is going to be, you're saying is really important to you passing that prop firm challenge.
Yeah, definitely. It's it's way more important than. It's very, very important. Yes, please.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's what's, that is risk management at its heart, isn't it? That's what so many traders end up getting wrong, is they don't get their risk management right, and they end up blowing their accounts because some trades they take too much and it loses, and some trades they take too little and it wins. And that consistency in taking the right trade, and look, you've built a formula around it, which is what every trader has to do. Now, you've just recently been funded with CTI. How have you found the experience of working with CTI? How have you found them compared to the other brokers?
Well, CTI is actually a very good prop firm, and they've been long in the game. And
that's something that's quite important.
I believe they are definitely underrated. And it's something we have to, give it to the CEO and the staffs and the rest, and just overall making everything easier for the prop industry, and trying to make it easier for their clients as well.
Yeah. What would you say is different about CTI to other companies? Just in your experience, because obviously me and Diego, we sit here every day and we talk about
CTI still makes use of MT5, so I'll give it to them.
Yeah, that is definitely. A lot of people say that, don't they? That the fact that he's doing his MT5 is a big point.
It's definitely a big one. It's something we look forward to, and it's something I have to give it to them. We do not see a prop firm that gets to do whatever they want to do, but I'll give it to them as well.
What type of challenge did you do with them? Do you do a 2-step? Do you do a 1-step?
I did 2-step.
2-step. Okay. 2-step.
Nice. How long did it take for you to pass that then? What was the game?
I think I did it in 10 days.
10 days.
Okay. Nice. Wait, what? Both phases?
You said?
Both phases, phase 1 and phase 2.
I can't really remember. I actually went full. I don't know. I actually did it well that day. I seem to have forgotten now, but I think the 2 challenge, I did it over a period of 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks, nice. 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, because I trade majorly USD JPY, and USD JPY has been doing well so far, and so I trade majorly USD JPY.
Fair play. That was quick, really quick.
Yeah, pretty decent. How about how did you manage your psychology? Is your psychology just correlated with just the data that you've gathered? Your risk reward, your win rate, or have you got any techniques for your psychology to help with your trading that you use, or how do you manage it?
Well, my psychology is actually how would I use this thing? So I actually know that if I get to hit a stop loss, I definitely know that USD JPY will be there tomorrow to make everything easier and soft for me again as well. It's a pair I've actually gotten to fall in love with, and I've seen it go. I've seen it gone as high as I don't what's the word I'll use. I've seen it go as high as 20 to 90 pips within just an Asian session.
Yeah, yeah, we'll often do
We
that,
got
won't
it.
it? Yeah, a lot of the yen pairs will do that as well.
Yeah, so it's actually
That's
something
quality.
it's actually something I'm happy for. So I'm not in a haste. I just know that nah, the JPY, nah, it's definitely going to do it again. I'm definitely going to do it again. So I'm just cool with it.
Right.
Right.
I'm just looking at the comments. It's a little bit. It's not that active, everyone. I keep looking at this way because my camera used to be there. Has anyone got any
Okay,
questions for Jeremy? In the comment box, any questions you might want to ask now that you're here, everyone?
What tips would you give, Jeremy? Whilst we're waiting for the people to put to maybe write you some questions, what tips would you give to a trader who is, maybe starting their journey, or maybe they're looking to get themselves funded? What tips and advice would you give?
So first of all, if you are looking forward to get funded, I believe they should neglect what, I don't know, like Instagram. I've always been against Instagram. My Instagram feed is a little bit different from my Twitter feed. Now Instagram, we always see people. When I came online, we always having I just did $10,000 to $1 million, and I went inside trading with that same mindset. And to say I got burnt severally would definitely be an understatement. I got burnt, I cried, and it's just been God all the way. So the flashy lifestyle, forex is not a get rich quick scheme. The flashy lifestyles are just there to make just there to bug your head, to make
Yeah.
you feel like but so far so good. I've just been managing, doing everything little, and we keep stacking them up bit by bit till we get to the point whereby we are Gucci.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to new traders then? If they were just starting their journey or looking to get funded, what advice would you give to traders?
Yeah.
Well, focus on yourself. Focus on
Focus on-
yourself.
Okay.
It's you against you. No, it's you against you. No one else. It's you against you.
Yeah, 100%. You versus you. You're your only biggest competitor, isn't it? So if you take
Yeah,
your loss,
exactly. The only person that can, defeat you is you.
exactly. And if somebody's posting, withdrawals and this and that, it's not going to benefit you. It might motivate
Yeah,
you.
it's
or
actually
change
it's actually their withdrawal. It's not yours. So until you work on
Yeah.
your own withdrawal, you just keep. Oh, wow. This thing is fake. This thing is fake. This thing is fake, and which is not supposed to be so. It's
Yeah.
actually just reeks. It actually just reeks of I don't know. Use the word jealousy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. It takes a while to ignore the noise when you're looking at social media. I used to look at YouTubers back in the day, doing weekly, similar to this, but it was very, very different. It was more like just analysis, and I used to sort of copy those signals, and then eventually, when you realize it's just not working because you're trying to do a different strategy, you just have to focus on yourself. And that's probably one of the best advice, to be fair.
Well, every strategy works. Every strategy works. That's one of the biggest advice I can give anyone. All strategy works. All strategy works. Don't allow anyone deceive you that, oh wow, I trade the holy grail. There's absolutely no one that trades the holy grail. You yourself are the holy grail.
100%. I know traders that are profitable trading Ichimoku clouds, Bollinger Bands, moving averages, SMC, ICT, fibs. It just depends on the trader, right? You are
There are actually people that are definitely profitable from using the Bollinger, using what they call it, using the indicators. Now they've actually at first when I actually started using indicators, but I didn't believe that. Okay, because I was trying to trade the indicators using my normal price action. It was kind of contradictory. Now let's say, for example, let's say I'm currently at the support and I'm supposed to be buying. Now the indicator is definitely going to tell me that no, you are supposed to sell. I don't know if you understand. Now, because of that, you now start having they call it chart paralysis.
Yeah.
You end up having chart paralysis, and chart paralysis is definitely I don't know, it's not a good thing to experience as a trader. It's very, very chart paralysis is very, very bad, to be honest. Very, very bad. Now we see a lot of people having chart paralysis. Now chart paralysis is because when you've hoarded you've actually trading is supposed to be like KISS. Keep it simply simple. So you've
Yeah.
like hoard this particular one, you've gotten from this particular one, you've gotten from particular one into this your small head, and because of that, you start feeling migraine, you start feeling headache and rest, which is absolutely not supposed to be so.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Also, regarding indicators, I started trading as well with indicators. And as the journey is like a little equity curve, right? You start trading indicators, then you realize you don't need indicators, it's lagging, it's all about pure price action, the key levels, or whatever, and you shift away from indicators. But I think the reason a lot of traders struggle is because they start with indicators with not a proven strategy.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a proven strategy, if you can now add an indicator, and if you've got the correct confluences, it can actually benefit you. But it takes a while to get a strategy that's actually bulletproof, right?
The
Indicators
funniest
do
thing
work.
is, the
Used
funniest
to be
thing
against
is,
it back in the day, but not anymore.
yeah, the funniest thing is, I don't really think indicator actually lags. I don't really think indicator actually lags, in the sense that now by lagging you means it is not giving like the current price from what is currently showing on your charts or from your trading view. Is that what you mean by lagging?
What I mean by lagging is, let's say, for example, something that everyone's very familiar with, like a moving average, right? A lot of traders that trade moving averages, they would wait for the moving average to cross, right? For it to be bullish, for example. That would be lagging because if you enter at a point of interest, you've missed the bottom, it's gone long, and then it crosses. So that's what I mean by lagging. But you need to find the way around it. You can anticipate the moving average to cross before it even crosses. On number two, you let it cross and then you wait for the retest and you enter exactly what you were going to enter before. But this time, at least the moving average is crossed. It's just an extra confluence, you know. So you need to
The
mix it up.
funniest the thing is that it's all ball. Now the biggest thing is whether it's lagging or not. I actually left indicator a long time ago. But I actually have a friend. So this is just an advice for those that use indicators. If you have to use an indicator, fine. It's actually good. It's not, indicator is also a strategy. Now there are some people that just trade off the indicator. Now the way I say it, I say, okay, trading is a numbers game. Trading is a numbers
Yeah.
game. Now, if you carry your little phone, let's say you carry your phone and give it to a baby, let him just be navigating through the MT5, and let's just say mistakenly his hand could just tap on USD JPY sell, and at that instant, USD JPY sell might USD JPY might be selling. That person automatically has entered profit. Now, if you keep doing it constantly at different occasion. Now that is not a style of trading. I'm just giving like a scenario. Now, if you keep giving instances of it, you now see that out of the series of trade that baby has mistakenly placed, I'm pretty much sure that if there were 100 trades that baby has definitely placed, let's say about 20 or 30 or 40 of it would have turned into a blow.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now,
agree.
now that doesn't mean
Isn't it about
mean
flipping a coin, isn't it? If you flip a
yeah.
coin, you're
Yeah,
going to
so
be right
that
50%
doesn't mean
of the
that
time.
doesn't mean I'll go and carry my phone and give to a baby. I'm just giving an analogy. So it's just like flipping a coin. So you trade indicator, you keep doing it. You know that okay, it comes to a point in time whereby you see that more, and you would have gotten about 40%. What you have to do is that okay, you set the indicator.
Yeah.
Once you've placed your indicator, you've done your analysis with the indicator. Once it has gone to, let's say, 4 RRA in profit, you close. You do it over time, you close. But I believe a lot of people are wanting to, they just want the moving average to keep going, which is definitely not going to happen.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's that you're trying to find an edge in the marketplace, aren't you? You're trying to find a reason why your trade is more or less likely to win at that stage. And I think you hit the nail on the head earlier about most trading strategies, they do work. Just most people don't manage their risk properly. So yeah, really, really interesting. So we've got a couple of minutes left with Jeremy, and then Diego and I are going to jump on and do some analysis for you guys. Just kind of final questions for you, Jeremy, then. So what's next in terms of your trading career? What's next for you? What's the big goals? What's the big plans?
Well, my plans are actually, we keep learning every day. So I'm actually trying to get max funded with several firm and make a living out of trading. You get.
Nice.
make a living out of trading. Still, I wouldn't say I've gotten to that stage whereby I can, get my Lamborghini or so, but I believe in a couple of time I'll definitely have my own properties too as well.
Nice. Love that.
Nice.
Love that.
Amazing. But yeah, let's you
So,
heard the
but
folks.
if you are definitely getting to start trading, I would just advise, nah, don't give up. Trading is actually sweet, and nah, trading is definitely sweet. Trading is definitely sweet. Just get to learn it. Just get to learn it, and the sky will definitely be your limit. Trading is actually something that rewards. It will definitely reward you over time. It's definitely
Yeah.
reward you over time. You just
Yeah.
have to keep striving. It will definitely reward you over time.
Agreed.
100%,
Well,
yeah,
look,
I think
Jeremy,
So,
thank you so
so
much for joining us today.
based off that analysis I posted earlier, I think we are approaching my final TP. I don't know if you still remembered. So if we still remember, I'm coming. Let me see. So if we still remember, I'm coming. Let me share my screen. So this is actually where we are. So let me just share my screen. Sorry, hold on.
That's all right. Be good
So
to see how the trades
it's
played out.
just about, yeah, definitely. So sorry, hold on. So this is it actually approaching my take profit. So I actually love closing manually. I
We can't see your
actually
screen
love
yet.
closing manually. So I might, yeah, can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
So remember we targeted here. This stop
Yeah.
loss was around 340. So we are just few pips away from here.
Yeah. Lovely trade. There.
This is just 6 pips of which price can reverse. So I'll get to close from here so that I don't make any when a trade, instead of it getting to hit your take profit, it doesn't and reverses. It's something that actually I don't know, triggers emotion, and so I wouldn't want that situation.
Good work. Well, great way to start the week. And like I said, thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure having you on. Your name on Twitter is Jeremy of Crypto. Is that right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, Jeremy of Crypto. So I'll put that
Yes, please.
Jeremy
Jeremy
of
of
Crypto. I'll put that in the chat for anybody who then wants to give you a follow. And keep in contact with us as well. It'd be good to follow you on for your journey. Maybe 6 months time you can jump back on the next live stream with us and talk to us about your 400k.
So definitely, if you're joining me on Twitter, I currently get to host spaces where I talk to people about trading in generally. So if you are just getting to join, you can just come and let's just talk trading in generally, and we can just definitely talk, and maybe by the time you get to hear from different speakers, then you know that okay, trading is what it actually is, and then that way you get to stick to what works and the rest.
Love it.
Awesome.
Again, thank you, Jeremy. Hope you have a good day. Hope your USD JPY plays out. It looks like it's gonna.
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, if it doesn't, it's normal. It's trading for me. It's trading. If it doesn't, I'm good with it. I'm okay with it as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't cry.
Amazing. Fantastic trading. Well done, Jeremy.
No problem.
Well done,
Thank
dude.
you very much.
Take it easy. Thanks for joining us.
Take care. Bye-bye.
And that's Jeremy then.
Awesome, yeah, lovely trade. I think that will definitely his take profit. DXY is it's got some room to drop for sure. There's no traffic on the left. Let's get into the technicals real quick. I'll spend 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And
you gonna jump on first?
Yep, I've got it ready. Hold on.
I was actually looking at GJ today, but I couldn't quite find a setup for me. I was looking at GJ.
Why? GJ and gold, you're crazy.
Why?
Those are just crazy pairs to trade. GJ and gold. They're like the most volatile pairs.
I quite like GJ.
Oh, yeah, my win rate is terrible, but the risk of what you can get is crazy.
Yeah, EU's setting up quite nicely at the moment as well for a little short. I just don't like how deep it is in that little pull back at the moment.
Tell me about it. Okay, DXY. I missed a long one on Euro. It's doing a live stream, but oh well.
Yeah.
There we go. Quick one. No trading for me at the moment. Where in this channel, I'm looking at this liquidity over here on the left. So once this channel is complete, then I'll be interested in taking a short. Obviously, we've got CPI. So my game plan for CPI is continuation to the upside and a drop from this liquidity or this liquidity over here on the left. That's my game plan. But
it feels like there's been a little bit of strength injected into the dollar from last week, doesn't it, from NFP?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it wasn't like that before. It was really struggle. But I think price needed to pull back.
Yeah, I remember you saying a couple of weeks ago that it needed a pullback. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and this is the pullback. So that's one of my game plans. Preferably, I'd like to see a fake out of this third tap, 1, 2, 3, then a long and then a short. Either way.
Would you take a buy from there?
Would I take a buy from there? I wouldn't. There's no traffic here, right?
Okay.
There's an imbalance for sure. There's an imbalance. Yeah. I don't trust that. There's no traffic. So I wouldn't be surprised if it drops all the way here, takes out yesterday's low, and just forms a larger pattern, something like this, and you just update it accordingly.
Yeah.
Into a wedge, then you update the Elliott waves, etc., etc. But I'm just gonna wait for the short. I think the short is extremely clear for me. In terms of Kiwi, Euro, I'm looking at.
Are you in that at the moment? Are you?
I'm not. This is a mistrade. It's a mistrade that I spotted with my members in the live stream.
Yeah, I like that. So I didn't catch the buy. For me, it wasn't a valid setup, but I like that trap zone. So where news pushed down on Friday, the NFP, that little up candle, order block, supply zone, whatever you want to call it, that for me is a trap zone. I do like the idea of price coming back up to that area and shorting from there, because there'll be so much liquidity at the moment sat above there.
A lot of liquidity, and we know with CPL and NFP, normally the next week it fully retraces. Yeah. So great opportunity. I'm trying to get involved in a long because I've missed this trade, but if there is like some form of an early, there we go. So maybe there may be a trade here somewhere. Where is it now? If this were to sort of pull back towards an area here, I'll be interested in getting involved in a long. And once this breaks on the H1, it's a free fall. There's no traffic.
Yeah, that's it. That's basically what I'm waiting for, just a bit of structure. You know, I could have, if we'd had like a false move this morning, if we'd had like a sweep of those lows, then I might have considered one. But it's just been a little bit untidy for me, and I'm not in a rush. It's kind of stuck in this little wedge, and it kind of looks like it's setting up now potentially to go short as well for New York. Don't know whether we're going to a short in New York today and then sweep the lows, because we've got a weekly level at the bottom of Euro USD as well at the moment. So obviously last week's low is sat there just waiting. So and it just needs a bit of confirmation. I would love the pattern we're in at the moment. I would just love it to be at the top. If that pattern,
that's exactly what I'm waiting for. Same thing.
If we were up there, then I'd be happy to jump in on it. But unfortunately, it's just bad location at the moment for me.
Yeah, makes sense. It actually does make sense. Preferably for me, actually, I want this pattern to confirm if there is a pullback, and once this does confirm, then I've got my Elliott waves complete.
Yeah.
And where is it now? Sorry, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, somewhere 5. This is what I'm interested in, and the long somewhere. Once I've got
not too steep for you, that channel.
This channel's fine.
Yeah. Do you have a rule on that in your trading? Because I know some people, when they trade channels, they're like, we can't trade it if it's too steep.
No, I've got a rule. My rule is based on the angles and the amount of days within the channel.
Okay.
So that's what I'll be looking at. But it's not really complete yet. And the reason I can't give you the rules because it's not complete. Once is that Elliott wave 5, then this could easily do a big rally up here. Then that means I'll need to correct the angle accordingly, and that will be correct. But it really, really depends on where price reverses around it. But I think the long is going to be fantastic. That's going to be in confluence with basically the whole trend. Like for me, the whole trend is bullish. EW4, 1, 2, 3, 4 is bullish.
Yeah.
The EW4 from this one, 1, 2, 3, 4 is bullish. It's just a matter of time. So I'm looking for the long. It's just not really ready yet. And then dollar CAD, same thing. I'm expecting this to complete a pattern of some sort. The long, I may enter that on a counter trading account, but
Yep.
the actual short is what I'm interested in. I mean, it's looking really, really clean
Yeah.
for me at the moment in terms of Elliott waves, in terms of liquidity. So CPI, I've got my crystal ball, is bearish. I'm quite confident with that. And then the rest, just it needs time to develop. Like this is a pattern in the middle of no man's land.
Yeah.
I think a long here, but below this liquidity would be fantastic on cable for the long. Euro pound, again, once liquidity comes in, and that will be the trade. So that's my personal game plan on the DXY. I mean, look at that candle, bloody hell.
I know.
Massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what happens when we have that massive move? Like, look at this, very, very similar, right?
Yeah.
Massive move, full retracement.
Yeah.
Massive move, full retracement. Elliott
Yeah.
wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's inevitable, to be fair. Well, not inevitable, but I'm just saying it's very likely it's going to drop because of the size of the candle. Normally it does.
Yeah. Well, that's going to have loads of imbalance to fill in, loads of liquidity sat in there. It's easy picking for the institutions, that, because people see candles like that and they just start lumping in buys everywhere. So it's easy money for the institutions there, because everyone's going to have loads of stop losses below those daily candles and 4-hour ranges and things like that. And so, you know, it's easy pickings, send the market short, take out the extreme low and then take it back up.
Exactly. Yeah, it makes sense. And I like this this order block over here.
Yeah.
Created a new lows, etc. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a stop on of that point of interest, which is bang on in confluence with the pattern that I'm expecting.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time. I'm gonna have to wait. I don't think there's any trades today apart from a missed euro trade, but this is probably will rally soon. We're gonna have to get involved in a long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it really. Oh gosh, look at that, beautiful. The moment there's a H1 close below there, this is easy pickings.
Mm-hmm.
No traffic, beautiful.
Yeah.
Then that'll be the trade. So that's it for me. Cool. Yeah, we got time.
Shall I jump on?
Yeah, do your thing.
Oh, wait. Window. Here he is. Share. Yeah, so I mean, very similar to you, really. You know, kind of what I'm looking at the moment is, we just tidy this chart up a little bit. So we're taking out liquidity from different areas. We've taken out Asia low and high, and there's been, you know, some sensitivity here. My range, however, so, you know, I'm trading in ranges. So my range from the 15-minute right now is we've just swept. So this is why potentially short term we could get, you know, I need this whole range, this higher time frame range. I need this to be rebalanced. So I trade a lot of kind of not inefficiency in terms of imbalances, but inefficiency in terms of price ranges. So price hates to be inefficient, and for me that's now a really, really attractive area. Now, whether we move straight up from here, I don't know. I have a feeling, I don't know why, I have a feeling that possibly we could pull back short initially, short term, just because of how bearish we are at the moment. I feel like if we were going to get some bullish price action, we might have already had it by now. So the fact that we haven't quite made it any higher today, I feel like there might be a little bit of correction. But look, either way, it's not a trade that I'm getting into right now. I definitely wouldn't be shorting from here just because of where we are location-wise. You know, if I was here and, you know, my charts were up there, for example, I'd be taking that short all day long. The location is particularly poor because I've got reason to go short, but I've actually got more reason to go long. However, I haven't got a long setup. So I've got a setup to go short, but the location is wrong. I haven't got a setup to long, but the location is right. So this is where, you know, people, and I previously have lost money, you know, where you kind of end up forcing trades. You know, you're looking for the perfect trade. Ultimately, you want to trade A grade trades. So I need to make sure that I've both got my location right and my setup right. Well, my location is wrong right now for the setup that I've got. So it's just a case of watching and waiting. If I get a sweep of these lows, so if I get a sweep down here.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be my plan B.
Yeah, that for me, I'd love that. Because that can get me into a nice little trade. That gives me like a false breaker structure. It gives me that complex reversal setup where you have those initial breaks of structure that give you an indication it's going to go long. Then you have the trap, and then you get your setup from here. So that is a really lovely reversal setup. I mean, that in its purest form is a Wyckoff reversal. So, you know, it's a story as old as time. They've been around for years and years and years. So a sweep of the lows, I could look at a long. But yeah, I'm not looking at longs right now. It's a different one to trade. DXY is showing exactly the same thing. I also don't like it when we've got these flat ranges as well, because anything could happen in these, right? Yeah. It could go long, it could go short. It's completely flat, which means, you know, we have no clue what's going to happen from here. And, you know, we are very, very bullish. It does make sense to keep climbing because we've got lots of liquidity sat above here, just like it makes sense to fall a little bit. But Euro USD is at its liquidity point. In fact, it might have already, no, it hasn't yet. So Euro USD is at its liquidity point, whereas DXY has quite a way to go for its liquidity point. If you go onto the weekly charts, you know, we've got quite a way to go for the liquidity point. I would always say that the DXY is more in control than Euro USD, and the fact that we've got more liquidity sat beneath this, both daily and weekly liquidity, indicates to me that a drop on EU wouldn't be a complete shock. Just again, unfortunately, I don't have the right location to get into that trade. Otherwise, I'd probably be taking a short right now. If we were later in the week, like if this was Wednesday or a Thursday, and I'd already had this bearish price action, then I could definitely consider a short right now. The fact that we're Monday, remember Mondays we're expecting some kind of manipulation, reversal, consolidation, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're potentially expecting a false move before the big move for the marketplace. So yeah, I'm sitting on my hands on DXY for now. We've obviously then got GJ. So GJ, you know, much more simple and easy to understand. We've obviously had this pullback. It's counter trend for me, which is why I didn't take anything. That alongside the fact that I didn't actually get a setup in there. There was one in Asia, but for me, I trade manipulations. I've got one manipulation in Asia, and then the rest of it is just, you know, what I would class as very clean price action, very clean liquidity. I want my liquidity when it's clean like that. It for me, that's a target. So that's like a classic trend line target where I'm expecting price to potentially come back and reverse on me. So again, holding fire on that. Ideally, I want to pull back into, you know, we've possibly got a news trap down here. So that would be an area I could be looking for longs from, mark that on as a trap. Obviously, I'll have liquidity beneath that as well, where people have placed stops and orders. And of course, then we've got the liquidity down here. So just waiting for a pullback on GJ. And then that's how I basically look to take it. So I'd look for a sweep of the trap, I'm going to set up of some kind, or potentially the same down here. And that would be, you know, my two entries on GJ. So yeah, nothing much on my pairs right now. I did have a quick look at gold. I mean, let's just talk through gold. I kind of moved gold out of my watch list for now. It's just in one of these really mucky areas where very similar to this section here. So if you look at that section of price, look at that section of price, so initial push, then some retest, but not quite making anything higher. Then there's a bearish retest, but not making anything lower. There's a bullish retest, not making anything higher. And then just, you know, that getting tighter and tighter, this range, it just strikes me as a very, very similar area. Just higher up, isn't it? I mean, it's almost identical. If I take that to that, drag that out there, I mean, it's almost a carbon copy, look. So yeah, for me,
trying to find a long entry somewhere.
Say again.
So trying to find a long entry somewhere.
Yeah. I can't find a way to trade gold right now, and I don't want to get involved in that. That's where people blow accounts. That when you've got, so your range is here, right? Your range is this bit to this bit. That's your range right now. Okay. In order to trade that effectively, you need the low swept or you need the high swept. And personally, I wouldn't trade it until then. If you had price coming down and sweeping that low and giving you a setup, then great.
Was there a sweep of the range low from the previous fractal that you just?
No, there wasn't, and that's the confusing thing. So there wasn't. If you look at, depends where you class as the range. I mean, this technically is the range here, and so yes, it did get swept, but then obviously then it created and generated a new range, almost a bearish range actually. So if you're looking at the range as a whole, you'd probably take that low, So that would then be the range as a whole, and you're just not making anything in there. Even if you tighten it up to that new low that was printed within that range, that's where you get, that's kind of the final range before the breakout, and everything's just getting tighter. Certainly the one indication that you do get is that the lower highs keep getting higher, but yeah, there we go. But yeah, gold for now, just hold fire, wait for it to give you some sort of confirmation would be my advice.
Yeah, probably it's gonna blast to the upside this week, but it's just messy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's it. We have hit 1:30. That goes quick with a guest on, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, it does. When there's a third person involved, for sure.
Yeah, love it. So we're going to try and get a third person involved. Well, it sounds like we're a polyamorous couple. We're going to try and get a third person involved once every couple of weeks or so. So, if you guys watching want to be a part of it, or want to jump on or just have a chat with us, then obviously reach out to us. As always, we really love having you guys on here. But yeah, every couple of weeks or so, we're going to try and get a guest on, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, nice. Well, lovely to see you, Diego.
Pardon?
Lovely to see you.
Oh, you cut off there. Yes. Lovely to see you.
And I hope you have a positive and profitable trading week, my dude.
Inshallah, I hope so as well. Just waiting for a setup.
That's it. Or hopefully we'll have some good retorts for you. But it's big news week this week, so we never know, eh?
Yeah, my days. I love CPI week. Always my best week of the month. Always. Last week I got no trades, just missed entries. So I'm cool with that. This week it's looking clean. Just waiting for that dollar to drop. But let's see.
Let's go. Well, cheers, Diego. Catch you soon, man.
Nice one. Take care. See you next Monday.
Next Monday. See you later, dude. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.